It's Ash from SuperVideos, back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the possibility of seeing a big war in the universe that's going to involve groups that we've seen in almost all of the Walking Dead spin-offs that we've seen so far. So these groups include the Commonwealth Military, Negan's army, which was teased in Dead City, and also the Civic Republic Military, or the CRM. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. And of course, spoiler alert for those of you who are not caught up with everything with The Walking Dead up to the latest episode of The Walking Dead Dead City. So with that, let's jump right into this. So of course, based on the events of Season 1 of Dead City, we know that the Dama, who has the Croat working for her, has basically given Negan the opportunity to build an army from the mini groups that exist in the post-apocalyptic Manhattan. Of course, we do know that in her mind, the Croat is just a puppet, and she's really been aiming to get Negan to the island ever since the Croat told her about what Negan is capable of and what he's done in the past. So obviously that means that at this point, with the assumption that Negan will take on the kingdom, as they put it, and lead the mini groups of Manhattan, then it's fairly obvious that he's gonna have to have someone like the Croat as his right-hand man. Although he may not want to do that, he might be forced to do that. The only way for the Croat to not be in the picture is for Negan to convince the Dama that the Croat is not an asset to what they're trying to build. An army, a sanctuary, as the Croat puts it, right at the heart of New York, in Manhattan. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is no matter what happens, Negan is not going to be able to just lead the army the way he wants to lead the army. I mean, what we've seen from the Croat and the Dama leads us to believe that they're not going to want Negan to lead things the way many of the great leaders we've seen in the universe have done it, like King Ezekiel, like Rick Grimes, or even Maggie herself. The way they want Negan to lead the army of Manhattan is the same way that he led the Saviors back in the day when he was the leader of the Saviors. So that's a big thing to keep in mind. But with that said, assuming long term things happen and Negan is able to fight against that and lead the group, his army, the way that he wants to and the way that he thinks he should have done it with the Saviors, that brings up a very important question: whether the allies of the Walking Dead universe, including the survivors of Hilltop Kingdom, Oceanside, and Alexandria, who reside at Commonwealth, alongside the Commonwealth Military, will be able to use Negan's army to their advantage in the fight against the bigger group that's out there, the bigger threat, which is the CRM, the Civic Republic Military. And I think this is something that they have been really teasing at, and it's something that many fans want as far as a long-term expectation. Now, as far as my predictions, I don't think it's going to go down quite like that, but I do think that we will see a variation of that type of story, where the Commonwealth Army, led by Mercer as their commander, is going to team up with the remaining survivors of Oceanside, Kingdom, Alexandria, and Hilltop, including Maggie, of course, with the help of Negan's army in Manhattan to fight against the big threat that's out there, which is the Civic Republic Military. Now, another thing that could complicate things, and it could actually be a great addition, is a storyline in which, even though Negan leads his army the way he wants and leads his army in the war against the CRM, we might see a story where the Croat and the Dama, with some small army of their own, is gonna assist the CRM in this fight. There's a big question mark here, and that is, how much do the CRM already know about the groups in Manhattan right now? Based on what we've seen, the CRM is large enough and organized enough to know about every major group or community that's out there. They have a lot of outposts and they have major networks across the United States, which means that it's very likely that they already know about this group, which means that there is a chance that the CRM may already have a deal with the Croat and the Dama and their army, similar to the deal that they had with the Omaha colony, which we saw in The Walking Dead World Beyond. And if that happens, then Negan may not be able to lead his army in this battle. But in reverse, it'll be a situation where Negan has to escape and join the survivors on the other side to fight against the CRM and the Burazi army, who are obviously the army led by the Dama and the Croat. But at the end of the day, I think it's extremely likely that Negan and Rick Grimes himself will at some point in the future team up to fight in a big battle. And I think that's something that many fans want to see. Even if it's not as large scale as I said, they want to see something along the lines of Negan with some people who are following him joining forces with Rick and the group that he has with him in this fight against the Civic Republic Military. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm excited and intrigued to know your thoughts and opinions about this theory, so share that in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.